line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet.
Perhaps one of the most famous tracks in all of motor racing. This is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and the Brickyard as it is dubbed, and open wheel cars are on display. But it's not what you may think. It's not IndyCar. This is the AMG Mercedes number W13. This could get interesting. This is a Formula One based car, not an IndyCar, on the famed Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Who on earth thought this was going to be a good idea? But it's going to be one fun race to call. Hi everyone, I am the Crusader Chris Stride, joining you guys here today here. This is going to be a fun one and a tough one as well. A car designed for those road courses and to be the fastest and the toughest on the Formula One circuit, the most prestigious circuit of all. Now they got to figure out how to go head to head with one another in this display of power and speed. As we go to the track now, right, ladies and gentlemen, Gordon Larson Jr. now with us here. And Gordon, so far being the number one seed starting out here, man, this is looking like you got a pretty good car on your hands. But how is the car feeling in your case here?
The car's pretty good. You know, it's all about the draft. You know, you only can bump so much, you'll eventually damage that nose.
Well, I'll ask this too. I mean, you got 8 gears to work with. You got a car that's designed more for the road courses. What's it feel like kind of driving it on the oval side of things?
You know, kind of like plate racing. Put it in high gear and hold the throttle down.
Fair enough there. All right, well, nevertheless here, Gordon, we do appreciate your time down there. Best of luck as you get ready to roll it out on the track.
Thank you, sir.
Gordon Larson Jr., ladies and gentlemen, on with us here. Joining us as well, ladies and gentlemen, piloting the number 1 today, Troy Radford joining us here today. And Troy, a little bit of a new thing to get used to yet again, another set of car to kind of work around. I mean, for you in this track, I mean, what kind of experience do you have with the old Indianapolis Motor Speedway?
I mean, I got a lot of experience with Indy, but never in a 190-something mile an hour electric car. You know, it's definitely a little boring getting around here.
Well, that kind of being said, though, I mean, does it really make it a little bit harder once you get into that draft? You kind of have to push around a little bit with these guys and gals?
Yes. So the draft is going to be wildly important. When you're by yourself, this is going to be a drastically boring race. However, with the draft, it is going to make it a lot more fun. So it's definitely something to be, you know, to watch and, you know, definitely going to have to pay attention to. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen with battery life, because right now it's showing we have an estimated 38 laps, so I'm not really sure if that will recharge or what the situation is there.
Yeah, your guess is good as mine on that one, but nevertheless, Troy, we do appreciate your time, and best of luck down there.
Yep, thank you.
Troy, well, he's talking about the battery life on these cars, so for those at home that do not know, and probably do most of my American friends, the way these Formula One cars work is that they're designed basically to be as aerodynamically dependent, but also economically very safe and friendly. So it's eco-friendly and it's extremely fast. But the battery life on these things does have a limit. So does the tires. So does the fuel. And you cannot refuel in these cars. So what does that mean? It means basically everyone has to stay out and race it out, or if they decide to, they can swap the tires out with some either softer or harder compounds. They have medium sets on right now. And if you want to follow along at home, the best way to tell what kind of tire compound they're using, So if we just look on the little lettering, the light and white lettering there, you see if it goes to soft, I believe it is white, and if it goes yellow, it's medium. And then if you want to get really crazy, the hard compounds are going to be the red. So something to kind of keep an eye out for as they drive these Pirelli tires around on the track. See right there, there you go. It's a good look at it right there. Blake Traywick, he's driving the hard compound there. Saw right out earlier. He was driving the medium compact, so the tire. See what Chantel's guy. Looks like she's driving also the medium tire there, so that will be pretty much kind of what she sets her target to and what her aim to. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, qualifying about to start up here. 5 minutes left here as we're getting ready to roll out. A big happy birthday again to Matt Williamson. I know we already kind of made a little quick video for him there, but yeah, we heard he was a big fan of the channel. He was a big fan of the place. He wanted a little cameo, so hey, we worked on it. We got it done. So a happy birthday to him from all of us here at PTM Racing TV. Time has come now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to head down to the qualifying session here. Gordon Larson Jr. setting the fastest time. Troy Radford not far off, though, the 46.80 as well. So let's see what they can land in the draft speed and be on their own. 6 drivers dare challenge in a Formula 1 car. Which one comes out on top? We're about to find out. Entering onto the stage now. Drivers are coming in full circle and ready to roll it out. So right now, Troy Radford, Blake Traywick, Gordon Larson Jr. are going to be the first ones out on the track. Chantal Pato now also getting out there as well. Yeah, I didn't say though too. I did get behind the wheel one of these things, and yeah, what Troy said, I'll pretty much just leave it at yeah. I kind of agree with what he said. I'm not saying it's a horrible car to drive. Far from it. It's actually a very interesting designed car and very fast-paced piece of machinery. But I don't know how I feel about it on ovals exactly. Maybe there might be a reason why Formula 1 stays off the oval side thing. Nevertheless, Troy Radford, Mike right out, Blake Traywick, Del Pato and Gordon Larson Jr. throwing their laps down. Ray Radford, the only driver not to put a lap down so far. So right now, right out currently getting his first time set to go. Traywick also going to roll his way around as Troy Radford finally gets his first lap now set to the track. Crossing the yard, of the line of bricks as we'll name it. Gets a 47.03 for his time. Blake Traywick, here he comes now. Don't worry, folks. I know they all look the same, but I can tell you who's who sometimes. Mostly by the helmet. 47.01 there for Traywick. Gordon Larson Jr., though, 46.83. He sets the fastest time. Impressive display already out of the gate. Solid time as well for the 5 down there. 46.98. Troy Radford's last go around the track. Mike Rideout, 46.86. Whoo, boy, he's getting up there with Gordon Larson Jr. Troy, oh, looks like he's got a problem. Battery life for the mileage went out on it, and he's not going to get it finished up. Troy Radford going to be dead set in the back of the pack now. Gordon Larson Jr.'s final time, 47.67. Nowhere near the time he laid down on that first one. Perhaps not what he was expecting. Mike Rideout rolling his way back on through the final set of turns. Final time there for Pato's 46.98. It turns into a 47.70, so she'll be still in the 3rd spot. Ray Radford yet to put any laps down. Mike Rideout's final time, 47.65. Troy's time overall, 47.03. Decided to call it a day. 47.59 for Blake Traywick. Looks like Radford may be trying out a different tire here. Switch back to the yellows instead of his white walls here. So he's going with a medium compound rather than the soft compound tire here. Time starting to clear up a bit right now. Last lap's put onto the track. Whoever can dictate the pace here and handle the control is going to be the one that's going to walk away victorious here. 30 laps the distance. Not an easy ride for these Mercedes AMG cars. Hit the intro. Let's get down to the track. Time for the Pit Stall Racing Series. The time has come, ladies and gentlemen, here. Flags waving off. It's time to get them set here in Indianapolis. On the pole in the double O, it'll be Gordon Larson Jr. on the outside. And the number 76 has Mike right out. Row number 2 in the 5, the throttle, Chantel Bottle the outside. And the 56 is Blake Trawick, your final seats today. And the number 1, Troy Radford, family member on the side. The 47, Ray Radford. This is going to be a shootout and a half, as these drivers now have to face the 2.5 mile long rectangular oval known as the Brickyard in Indianapolis Motor Speedway. From what I got word from our producers as well, that the league actually wanted to do originally Indy cars, but because iRacing has a little issue right now with IndyCar, or vice versa, or they actually should be the other way around, I should say. They cannot let us do any broadcasting with them, otherwise we'll probably end up losing our channel. And, well, here on Facebook and YouTube, we do not want to do that, so I apologize in advance, guys, but this is the best you're going to get for Open Wheel. For now, anyway. I give it another year, and you guys should be all good to have that back. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now the field going to roll their way on around the track here. Looks like maybe Blake Trawick going with a different tire here. He's going with the softer compounds, indicated by the white. An interesting tire choice, if you ask me. Will it work out in his favor, or will it hold him down for the long haul? We got 30 laps to the distance, all about pacing and timing here, and how you maneuver through the field. And I can't say these things can catch a good draft, but I don't know on the passing opportunities how it will work. I honestly struggled with that a little bit, so all hitters on whoever makes the move and who makes the mistake first to take control. Roll him down one more time, though, off of 4. Race fans on their feet, ready to blow out the lights and throw out the nights. It's about to get sky high with some speed and endurance. And no, don't worry, this isn't the 2005 U.S. Grand Prix Formula 1. This is Indianapolis Motor Speedway's oval version of that. To the green, we'll drive them off. 6 gonna go for broke. Who's coming in on top? Green flag to determine that. Larson Jr. immediately getting a good start there. Trawick and right out, put right back in the pack. Single down. Sent up Otto hard on the gas pedal there with Ray Radford on the outside. Troy falling from suit. Troy getting under control there as now he'll move his way on the inside of Ray. Up front, back to the battle. Blake Trawick and Mike Rideout side by side, going down through turn number 3. A back off from Trawick. Trawick knew he had to get out of there sooner rather than later. You can actually see and hear the rocks kind of flowing around off there. You can hear them just kind of coming right off Mike Rideout as he gets a huge burst of speed rolling up there to Gordon Larson Jr. Looking to try to make the early pass here. Very surprised he got such a great jump there entering into that straightaway. Surprising to me how quick these cars can just catch a draft and build speed up. But right now it looks like it may be more of a struggle than we realize. Ray Radford right now nowhere near in the gap, and he almost tried to slingshot through 2 of them. That was probably the worst area he was going to try to make a pass on, though. As Chantel Bottle tries to make a move off from Troy Radford. Every driver for themselves, and they are starting to get away from that gap here. Blake Trawick trying to keep up the pace and keep up with him. Maybe a little too late for that, though. Mike right out, you can see how close he is parking that 76 right up to the back bumper of Gordon Larson Jr. Not a whole lot of room for error, not a whole lot of room for mistakes. Larson Jr. back to the outside, right up this time, strikes it. Big time move off by the number 76. We have a new leader. It's just like that, all of a sudden, just flip a switch and flip it on around as much as you can here. Larson Jr. cannot believe that at all. Does have a good distance up right now, but he's probably wondering at home, how the heck did Rideout even get to me, let alone get around me? He's got to stay in that draft, though. It's got to stay right on line. It might have a chance for him. Meanwhile, 3-car draft trying to catch there to Trawick. A little early to say, but I kind of want to see what that lap timing looks like right now between the draft partners and the single file individuals. Besides them, I wouldn't be trying to pull away from the draft. I'd be more or less trying to incline to get closer to it. 26,000 of a second difference there. And look at Larson Jr. back on Mike Rideout's bumper here, back to the back panel. He's trying everything he can to make a move on him. He's getting ever so close to him, but just can't quite find a route around him. Again, I think I might have to do with the fact that he's just trying to overcork and overturn the speeding on there. And, doesn't want to abuse the battery life on it either. Maybe trying to save as much as he can on battery and fuel. You get only about 30 laps. You only get about 36, 38 laps of fuel. And it only really boils down to about 36 in total when you start to run it through a full distance. Chantel Bottle back to the fight and back into the fray. Big jump. Very big jump by there at 5. She now goes on defensive mode. And Chantel right now trying to show Danica Patrick how you do it here in Indy on this with a different kind of car. She's really risking that thing out as much as she possibly can, trying to show what the talent and speed can come with it. Ray Radford right now trying to figure out what the heck we're even doing wrong. Don't adjust your television screens there, folks. That's actually just a sweat from the helmet jam there, as well as all the other dust and grime that gets onto these cars here. Look at this now. 4-car battle for the 3rd spot. Bottle tightening it up real quick. Nicely done to the inside. Very impressed so far with this race here in terms of the battles and the draft. Ray Radford still down low, trying to shoot for something. These guys and gals that can draft up so quick and build up so much speed, the only thing they don't want to do is connect or touch. One wrong touch or one wrong little clip, and then it's game over. Bump drafting, certainly not what you want to do here. And Troy back to the inside. Chantel Bottle trying to fight on the outside, trying to hang in. Can't quite deter her off, though. Deterring it through. Each driver still on the nose and bumping around through the spaces here. Oh my, this is getting a little wild down there. And Chantel now, she goes for the crossover. I thought I saw enough crossovers in sprint cars and dirt lane models. Now all of a sudden I'm seeing it with a Formula 1 car on an oval. What the heck is going on this week? I don't even know anymore. There is some sorts of craziness around here, I tell you. Bottle fighting hard with Troy Radford, Trawick, and Ray Radford there. But look up in front. Battle for the race lead again. Gordon Larson Jr. shoots to the inside. He makes the pass for it. What a move. Oh, my word, ladies and gentlemen. This is something. this is a thing of beauty. At the same time, it's all sorts of chaotic and craziness mixed in between. And yet these guys and gals still going back right behind all that mess and all the mix. Right out trying to find a way to get back to Larson Jr. Meanwhile, these four, they want to get to the race lead. Instead, they're fighting each other for a third spot, but they're racing for it like it was a lead. What kind of craziness or sense does that even make? Yeah, it seems to be working for him. Treywick back into the third spot now as he's got company. Bottle with a huge draft now. Blocked off. Oh! Clipped right up the side there. That was definitely a little tag. Pottle gets it right on Radford. Radford that is. Troy getting just kind of the brunt end of it. Probably trying to stay out of that mess. Didn't want nothing to do with it. But the more they keep battling, the worse it's going to be for them to try to catch up to the race leaders. They're going to have to hope the leaders keep messing with each other or one of them makes a mistake first. Oh my goodness, how are they even doing this? These cars can take a bit of a hit and they can take a bit of a beating, I guess. If you call open wheel racing being able to actually nudge like that. Then again, I call lawnmower racing and go-kart racing around in my real world here down in town. And I've seen those things do some things they should never even do. But nevertheless, Pottle trying to hang in there, trying to stay tough. Blake Treywick, he's got multiple wins this season, just coming off that win last week in North Wilkesboro Speedway in the Super Late Model division. Looking maybe to try to add another one to the mantle and try to add another one to the game plans here. Mike Ryan, Gore Larson Jr. right now, still dead on the nose, dead on the heat. 21 laps left to go. Larson Jr. right now lost his race lead. And now he's looking to try to shoot back under for the lead here. Gonna deep for the inside. No draft, no help. He's got to stay literally right behind him and get the airflow to increase and then just ever so slightly steer the car in and then make the move. Man, Rideout looks like he's honestly clutching that steering wheel as hard as he can, hoping for the best. Look at this, about a second and a half now gap difference between the leaders and the big pack. Let's take a look at this timing sheet here. Another gain. A full 10th last time gain. Now even more gain coming up. If these four would just simply stay in a draft line and stick together, they can actually catch the leaders. But instead, they've been pretty much wanting to just go head-to-head with one another for the entire time. And the deratio of it. But now, it looks like Treywick has either knocked some sense into them or try to get their attention by staying out of their way and let these two go at it a little harder. Mike Rideout clipped up back again. Gordon Larson Jr. with another beautiful pass. How many passing for the leads has been now? Like 7 or 8? And we haven't even barely done 10 laps yet. I may end up losing my voice by the time this broadcast is over with. All I know is now whoever came up with this idea, you're a genius. Not only do we get around the IndyCar restriction, but we also get some pretty fun little racing mixed in this. Roy Radford right now, the number one here, coming right up between there with Chantal Bottle and Blake Treywick. Still neither driver giving an inch, but you can see they are currently trying to push and nudge their way as much as possible. The car doesn't seem to get too out of shape, but again, it's so planted to the ground. Is that mainly the difference maker? Is that the big kicker? Because again, the lower you are to that ground, the lower center of gravity, you have less to lose. But the difference is that any little lift off or any little build up, and then all of a sudden you are going to be turning into an airplane. So that's why these cars have to stay as low as they possibly can and keep the speeds up at a maximum. 0.7 of a second now difference between Rideout and Larson Jr. What will happen when they catch these two anyway? And I think Rideout's starting to feel it too. But the more he keeps bumping around with Larson Jr. there, the more he's actually opening the door up for those four to come at him. This honestly could be anybody's race depending on how you look at it. It could either be Larson Jr.'s or Rideout's for now, but when Treywick and Bottle and the Radfords get up there, what happens then? Deep to the inside, Rideout yet again. Give and take, let him sit, let him sting. Another pass for the race lead, but watch out behind. Here comes the back. The back finally got him. Right out, caught off guard. Blake Treywick, maybe an ingenious strategy, sticking with the softer wall tires. Goes for the bottom. The compound seemed to be digging in just the way he wants it. We've got a new leader. And for the first time, it's not right out. It's not Larson Jr., but it's Treywick taking the lead. Pottle right beside. Second file, side by side, looking for the lead. Each driver just trying to hold on. Doubled in again. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Could the tires be wearing out a little bit? Could they be starting to tear up more from Larson Jr. and Rideout? Is that's what's causing them to lose speed and traction? 16 to go. We know, obviously, you want to run that bottom lane. You want to try to drive as much as you can there. But you're still seeing them be able to hold a pretty good run on the outside. So that tells me they can at least use something there. And you can just barely catch everything going right in front of you and just hope for the best. Back into the... Oh, my word. Back into the single file Wrapz zone. And they somehow managed to put everybody right where they needed to. Treywick trying to hold off Pottle. Pottle is literally putting every bit of that bumper to him. And you can see right there, she's literally getting every bit of him there. She's catching every little corner and catching a little spot. Now comes the run to the inside. This is unbelievable. Pottle straight to the inside looking for the draft help. And she's got a lock. She's going to have the entry to turn one. And takes the lead because of it. But in turn, trouble ensues. We got two wrecked out. Troy Radford and Ray Radford involved. Holy smokes, we knew it couldn't last forever, but my word, what a run. 15 straight laps of absolute insanity, and then finally, it seems as though the agent of chaos came back to strike. Watch this. Going for the pass here. Mistimed it, just caught the car off guard. I think that might have been Ray Radford that caught Troy there. No, that was actually Troy that initiated that. I'm not sure if Ray maybe just kind of underestimated, I should say, what happened from the overtake is what I was going to say. But either way, definitely not what you want to see here. Nasty, nasty collision. Thankfully, everyone is okay. And that was your Pizza Race TV Instant Replay presented in part by our friends at Fort Worth Screen Printing. Wow. Insanity. Borderline chaos. I don't even know what to say here, guys. I really don't even know what to say. Well, I can't say one thing, though. We're definitely getting ready to pull more speed up and pull more endurance racing out here. I have no idea what we'll see next. All I do know is you just got to kind of tune in and watch at this point. Right now the field getting strangled up a little bit. Treywick, Gordon Larson Jr., Troy Radford, Ray Radford all in pit road. Mike Rideout. Chantal Pottle staying out. The only ones to stay out. Treywick looks like he's going to. Uh-oh. Look at the tires he just switched to. He went to the hard compounds, guys. That is hard compound tires he just went to. Ray Radford going to get out of pit road. Still the major damage on Troy Radford. Not to be understated, oversold there. He destroyed the entire front of the nose on that thing. Can't quite get a good clip there on the lip there, so it looks like just wait for him to try to get back out there. Good news is because of how big the track is, it gives them some time to kind of catch their breath and kind of catch themselves up to pace, up to par, and then get these cars back out for 13 laps remaining. Should be 11 when we get to the green. Maybe even 10, depending on what happens there. So it looks like now we're going to see Pottle and right out to pit road. Treywick going with a completely different strategy here and throwing some caution to the wind. Ray Radford should get his pace lap back. Troy Radford finally getting back out on the track. He's going to be at least a lap down though. See right now what the strategy's going on. Looks like right out and Pottle going to swap out for another set of medium compounds. So Treywick, the only driver, I have to confirm now that Gordon Larson Jr. is actually running the hard compounds now as well. Two completely different strategies here. Treywick and Garson Jr. going with a very unique little position in opposite ends of the track. Their racing etiquette and technique, though, certainly should show itself. Oh, Steve Rada just confirming something real quick. Soft is red, white is hard, and yellow is medium. Okay, so I got it all backwards. That's my apology, Steve. I really don't even... I didn't even remember what the colors were when I was in the car, honestly, so my apologies. But yeah, soft is red, so they're on the soft tires. They were on the hard tires early. They were on the medium tires earlier. So the hard tires are what currently Pottle, Rideout, Radford, Ray Radford, and Troy Radford are on right now. See, this is why I can always count on my comments section. They can help me out once in a while with these kind of tire situations and these cars in general, because there's things I don't know, honestly. I'm still learning the sport. I'm still learning things. And considering I'm a broadcaster almost full-time pretty much, I only have so much time I can actually get in between to like study things and actually learn about them before I actually am doing a call. But I can at least say now, yes, that the soft is the red tire, the white is that hard tire, which only was ran earlier by Treywick, and then the yellow is the medium tires everyone else has been running today. So yellow being that medium, middle of the road, should still be able to keep up with the soft tire, but I think the soft tire out of the gate is probably looking to be a little faster, so we'll see if Gordon Larson Jr. Treywick kind of gets some speed going here. Lighter the tire, the faster your speeds. However, more wear and tear you cause to it, the more you burn up your power. I'm still surprised though Treywick kind of swapped his tire the way he did though. Honestly, I think maybe he was just thinking he couldn't quite go the long distance he was looking for here. But nevertheless, everyone's back on lead lap. This is going to be one big final drive with 10 laps to go. I don't even know what kind of chaos or madness these drivers can even dream of, let alone do. But hey, we're about to find out. A big thank you to our friends at Fort Worth Screen Printing and John T. Garrett Twitch channel. Be sure to visit them up on Twitch as well as FortWorthScreenPrinting.com. Also, a big thank you to our friends at Lightning Wrapz for sponsoring the show and the broadcast. Most affordable designs made at your leisure. Lightning Wrapz, looking to bring you the best designs into your library. Only one caution. And it came because, unfortunately, Troy and Ray and Radford's had a little bit of a different agreement there. Roll them down onto that front straightaway here. Every driver for themselves at this point. Awaiting the green flag restart zone. Looking to drop it down to the line. Looking for it. And there we go. Green flag out yet again. 10 laps left to finish it out. Big drive coming off from turn number 2. Gordon Larson Jr., Blake Trewick right now leading it in. Pottle and Rideout working together to get lined up. Troy and Ray Radford back behind in the mix. Maybe hoping that these 4 will get themselves into a bit of a pickle and they'll just catch them off guard when they least expect it. Larson Jr. trying to get a round off of Trewick on the outside. No give there. But in doing so, Trewick also now realizes that Gordon Larson Jr. is building up a lot of speed. He's trying to clear him out. Here comes from the back of the pack. Hey, Troy Radford, the number 1 slingshot his way in. Almost on the tire side. Tires didn't touch there. Centel Bottle staying off Troy there. Came close, but no cigar. Run him down on the back straightaway here yet again. There are only 9 laps left to go. Your timing's got to be perfect right now. You just can't make any mistakes. Not a single one. They're aware of that. Oh, up in the grassy plains a little bit. Getting into a bit of a mix-up. Larson Jr. still doing what he can. Bottled Radford right out in the spotlight. Big jump on that front straightaway again. Now it is Trewick and Bottle drafting it up ahead. Larson Jr. though trying to get a little help. Then gets clipped. Then gets sideswiped. Hang on down there. Oh my! Oh my! How are these cars even able to hold on like that? Oh no! That's what we were worried about. Pottle and Larson Jr. connecting there. Looks like a little bit of damage on the fenders, but it looks like they'll be okay to continue on at least. Just got rubbed in and connected. Caution comes out though. Well, aside from the top of your screen there, looked like pretty much they were gonna just going neck and neck too quickly. In a side-by-side duel like that, again, just one wrong move here is all you need to do. It looked like Larson Jr. kind of tripped up a slight bit, caught Pottle off guard, then caught the turn, and then all of a sudden caught her with it. Not a wise move, unfortunately, trying to arrow down that turn. But again, when you're in that spot, you just don't have much of a choice. You got to go with what works. Well, it looks like actually he went right into Trewick there. Then trying to back out. Then that's when he got Pottle. What a wild, wild scenario there. So the field right now currently just getting stacked up again. We'll go another lap around the track. We'll go 4 laps the distance. Could be green-white checker territory we could be running into here, guys. Pace just getting ready to thicken up again. Power and display all ready to work up onto the track here. Ooh is going to walk out on top of this one. It's going to be a 5-lap shootout. 4, I should say. Green flag back on out. Here we go again. Huge drive off right out. I don't know if he just missed a gear or what he missed, but he sure missed something. And it's going to cost him. Trawick to the lead. Right out back in the gas pedal, though. Huddle now. Beep on the outside, trying to move in quick. She had a little trouble in tangle there with Gordon Larson Jr. Side by side now. Battle for the lead. Running it down. Pottle and Trawick doing their best they can to keep up the pace. Pottle stuck there on the outside, though. Nowhere for her to go. Right out, getting a big push and a big drive. Gets caught and rolled up. Everyone just kind of plate racing with an open wheel car. Never thought I'd ever hear us say that in my life. You can play race all you want with a fender, but I don't know what the heck you'd be doing with trying to do an open wheeler. Screaming well over into 200 miles per hour in these cars. 205, 206 at the peak. They are fast, they are crazy, they are unreal, and right now they are still just trying to show out their best light. Right now going back down to the inside, trying to make a move off, run for the hills, run for the spotlight. Chantal Bottle going to the inside. She's got one on Trawick that time. Moves it in. Now the kill switch engaged. Bottle finally making a good run off from the turn. Now can she hold on to it with 3 laps left to go. Back on the pack sack. Mike Rideout, Blake Trawick, Gordon Larson Jr. They're all in that hunt. I gotta believe right now this has got to be extremely scary to think about. Crazy to racing and crazy fun, but man, this is probably what the U.S. Grand Prix should have been in 2005, by the way. Just saying, Formula One. You might have had a lot more fun with it, and you had probably had a lot more people happy with that. Running it back online, back onto the side. Either end of this position, just hoping for whatever they can. Chantal Bottle now defending and fighting everybody off. Back on the middle to the high ground and the foreground. Nowhere to go, and look out from below. Troy Radford smells 2 laps to go. He smells a shot to take advantage. Backed out. Didn't want to start it. He's going to need to work one more minute of magic here. Oh! Smacked and dabbed there right out. And Trawick slapping it right off of turn number 2. Bottle now needing a big push off. Gordon Larson Jr. Watch out! Trouble! Got it right into the wall. Got into the grass, and he's in trouble. Double O pretty much out of this one. They'll keep it green. Can they get it to the white flag before chaos ensues anymore? Larson Jr. is pretty much done and over with in this one. Here we go, down to the straightaway. White flag coming out. Which driver will it be to take victory lane? Pottle looking for a little bit of redemption this season. Trying to come out on top. Trawick trying to add one more to the mantle. Came out last time in victory lane. Pottle hoping for a break. Troy Radford not giving them any luck or any hope. Pottle trying to get help from Rideout. Line it back up. Still side by side. Pushing and shoving to hang on. Rideout now getting a big run up, but there's a huge run down through turn 3 between Radford and Trawick. Cut Bottle, get another move. She does. Catches him on the inside. Trying to catch him again. We'll take it to the line. Coming down from turn number 3. Down for 4 to the straightaway. Radford trying to hold on to Trawick. They'll bring it to the checkers. 3 wide out, 4 to the end. It's going to be Trawick to the line. Oh my word. 0.03 of a second to the line. Blake Trawick just hangs on and takes down Chantal Bottle. What a race. And what a car to run on this track. Thoroughly impressive. Very unlikely we will ever see this car raced at Indianapolis in real life, but if we can get more of it in the virtual world, I would not be complaining if we get something like this. What a race. Wow. Blake Trawick is going to take home one more, and he's going to be extremely happy about this one. Celebration time to finish it out. Race results up on your screen. Trouble for Gordon Larson Jr. throws him into 6. Chantel Pottle looks like got a time penalty there. Something going down. She goes to 5th all of a sudden. Ray Radford going 4th. Mike Rideout 3rd. Troy Radford 2nd. Blake Trawick is going to be your winner. Not sure what the heck happened to Pottle down there, but I guess that's how they're going to get the results in. Just confirming right now that the time penalty was set. I mean, that's what it looks like it's going to be set as. I think that's how we're going to work it, so. Making sure I got this right here. Hold on. Let's look at the top 3 again. All right, right out, Radford, Trawick. Okay. So looks like that's how we're gonna work it, I guess. Time to listen into our drivers. Top 3 coming in now. Mike Rideout coming away today, 3rd here, and Rideout. What a wild race you had under your belt today, buddy. Get a little bit crazy there coming to the end, and then I guess a time penalty there on Pottle costing her that 2nd spot, moves into 3rd. I mean, what was it like just to get that kind of car to run off back behind her and try to draft from it?
The biggest problem we ran into was actually incident points. I think towards the end there, you said she got a penalty or something, so that kind of messed up our run and whatnot. Yeah, fun race overall.
Fun race overall. Good little battling in between. I mean, if you could do this all over again, would you do it again here?
Oh, absolutely. Race anywhere.
Well, I always love the fighting spirit in you, Mike. Who do you want to thank you for this 3rd place finish?
As always, thank you guys and the pit stall and anyone who sponsors the league and everyone who participates.
Absolutely there. Well, nevertheless, Mike, been a long road, but congratulations taking it home to 3rd.
Thanks, Chris.
No problem there. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mike Rideout, your 2nd place finisher today. Troy Radford coming on now here. And Troy, man, you had a wild little hit there and a bad wreck between you and your family member Ray. Then all of a sudden, you're trying to come back and fight even stronger and get up there to this position. Trying to go for the 3 wide again. Didn't work. This time on the straightaway, though, it did at least get close enough to take control there.
Yeah, you know, all I can say is, Dad, you're dead to me. No, I'm kidding. But it was all that. He was like trying to apologize to me in radio, and I'm like, Dad, I put a left side there, and it was close. But you know, ultimately, it was like a little bit of net code and whatever. It doesn't matter at all. But yeah, it was an interesting race. I can't say I ever want to race these cars at this track again, but it was a lot of fun. Appreciate everybody coming out here and doing it, just because, you know, again, I always like running stupid stuff on different tracks. Like I think my favorite that we ever ran was Legend Cars at Talladega. It was fun for like 2 laps, and you're like, we're done here.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you still had to figure out a way to make it work, or at least have a little fun with it. So, I mean, Radford coming away from this one, I mean, is there anything really you can say more about the Indianapolis or with this kind of track and this kind of racing for you and your team?
I mean, not really. I always love racing Indy. The Indy Oval is a lot of fun, especially in like the heavy-bodied stock cars. Honestly, you know, the only thing with these Mercedes cars is they lack that gut punch in the high gears to where you're really rocketing around. So like you get in the regular Indy cars and this track's a blast and it's on edge. You get in the stock cars where they're just too heavy for the track and it's on edge. These ones, it's kind of like that middle ground where you just really like it's like too much downforce, too much grip. The car handles perfectly every corner. There's nothing on the on edge side of it. But you know, always love getting out here and racing with the guys. Good group of guys here in the pit stall. I know we're kind of all ready to get the regular season started and just really rock it home that way.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, 2nd place today. Who do you want to thank you for this one?
You know, of course, always a big shout out to National Kidney Foundation, Lucky Finn Project, Evidence Based Mommy, as well as a new one coming on board. We do have the Blair County Breastfeeding Coalition here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. So pretty awesome what they do and all the work that they do. But, you know, of course, the big one, just all the pit stall guys. I know this is a fun series that they put on, and still, you know, most series, do that fun series over the summer. They don't broadcast, don't do all that stuff. Now, heck, Pitstall guys still do it, and it's a lot of fun. I know it definitely gets a lot of stuff out there that you don't normally see in a league. So I love what all Tim and Dave and Chantel and the crew are doing, and look forward to getting the next season started.
For sure there, Troy. Next season rolling around soon. We'll see you then. Congratulations taking on home second place.
Thank you.
Well, that was Troy Radford, ladies and gentlemen. And to roll out our night, the guy that pretty much dominated most of the season, it's Blake Trawick coming away today with the race win. And really, all honesty, man, you left nothing on the table and everything out on these drivers and taking the season championship home. How does it feel to come away with it all?
Pretty good, pretty good. That was a very fun combo there. It was kind of weird running the F1 cars here.
Little bit of a tight gap, a little tough little road there to kind of sacrifice him to, and having to try to make some big pushes off. With you being bump drafted and kind of nudged around a little bit, were you just kind of a little worried that maybe they were going to get a little too crazy or too aggressive on you?
Yeah, I was a little bit worried because these cars, the bump drafting worked better than I thought it was going to, because these things break easily. So I was kind of waiting for something to happen to suspension there, but it worked out pretty good still.
Worked out pretty good and worked out perfectly. Coming away today with the victory, I must ask you, who do you want to thank for this one?
I got a shout out to Firelight Esports, you guys in the broadcast booth here every week, and Pitstall for putting on these great races. Can't wait to see the start of the next season.
For sure there, Blake, man. What a road and what a time. Congratulations taking the championship home.
Thank you.
Blake Trawick, ladies and gentlemen, ending out the season on top, as he probably wouldn't have won any other way. Ladies fans, that was a special race there. Awesome to see. Thank you again to Fort Worth Screen Printing, and go to fortworthscreenprinting.com to get your custom design t-shirts done your way, decals, hots, logos, and all that. Also, big thank you to John T. Garrett, Twitch channel. Visit him up on Twitch. Also, to Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure. Lightning Wrapz looking to bring you the best designs into your library. Show them some love. Head them up on Facebook. Fans and friends alike, it's been a pleasure. I will see you guys Sunday night as we will have two headers on the, well, I actually have one big race coming. See you soon.